Major factors responsible for the revolution. Social condition. The European countries had undergone important social changes during the 19th century, but the base of Russian society was still feudalistic. The society was divided into two classes, the privileged and the non-privileged. The privileged class. It comprised of prosperous and influential people who had all the political and other rights. The non-privileged class. It consisted of farmers and workers who formed about 90% of the Russian population. Economic condition. At the beginning of the 20th century, the vast majority of Russia's people were agriculturalists. Process of industrialization began very late in Russia. Then it developed at a very fast rate. The Industrial Revolution had split the society into two classes: the capitalists, the workers. The owners of the means of production like factories, mills and land began to be called capitalists, and those who operated the machines and produced goods were known as workers. The workers had to work from 12 to 15 hours a day, but wages paid to them were very less. Children and women were preferred as workers as they could be underpaid. Workers were divided into social groups. Despite divisions, workers did unite to strike when they disagreed with employers about dismissals or work conditions. Like industrial workers, peasants too were divided. Peasants were fighting to get land rights. Political causes. Tsar Nicholas II, during whose regime Bolshevik revolution broke out, was a ruthless ruler, having no concern with administration or the welfare of his subjects. Tsar was dominated by his German wife, Tsarina Alexandra, who was under great influence of a hypocritical and corrupt saint, Rasputin, the holy devil. The common masses or their representatives had no participation in the political system of the country. Oppressed nationalities or dissatisfaction among non-Russians. The Russian Tsars had succeeded in building a vast empire by conquering large parts of Eastern Europe, Central and Far Eastern Asia. Thus, non-Russians like Jews, Polish, Finns, Germans, Uzbeks, etc. were also living in Russian Empire. The Tsarist government, which wanted to forcibly Russianize them, adopted the policy of imposing the Slav, Russian language, culture and institutions on them. Consequently, the oppressed nationalities came in conflict with Tsardom and began to clamor for their independence and equal status. Role of thinkers and philosophers. Russian people were influenced by the writings of great philosophers and writers like Tolstoy, Karl Marx and Bakunin. Thus, there was a mental upheaval in Russia before the outbreak of actual revolution.